thankful for the good crowd support tonight. It was nice to to feel the home court, advantage. It definitely helped us. We were much improved from last weekend in a lot of areas, and so I thought our setting was better. Our non-setter setting, we were, I think, my statistician told me we hit 500 in transition, so we were good in long rallies. The only real negatives were we didn't defend their zone 2 very well. Both their right sides hit for a really good percentage. And then I thought we missed a few too many float serves at critical times. But things that we worked on all week long helped, and then it obviously helped to have Blair step up and be another point scorer for us on the left side.
Dan, you said on Thursday that you wanted to see the outsides and the middle blockers get a little bit more active, especially offensively. Were you happy with how they did?
No, we didn't connect very well with the middles on the match, but I was definitely happy with our zone 4. And so we wanted to win that zone 4 battle, and I think we did. That was a big focus of our week. So.
Coach, why'd you give Abby the start over Ryla today, and how do you think you did today?
Well, Abby's been, had a good week of practice. It wasn't more like start over, it was more just she had a good week of practice, and we're trying Bree in the other spot, and Abby had an especially good week of practice as a blocker, and so those were the main 2 reasons.
Dan, do you think that playing last week gave you a little bit of an advantage for today? Just your team already having that experience heading into today a little bit, playing together?
Yeah, I would have thought so, but I didn't feel like we were really that settled the first 2 sets. I mean, it wasn't until the 3rd set that it felt like, at least in my mind, that it started to seem more calm on the court, especially in the long rallies. So it should have been, but probably wasn't.
Bree, you got to play against your sister for the first time and had back-to-back blocks as well as a few others on her. What was it like getting to be across the net with her and getting that in those moments?
Honestly, it was fun, but also intimidating. The smack talk leading up to the game was intense, but I just knew that I think with the work we've done in the gym with blocking, I was gonna be pretty good against her.
Blair, what did you think went well for you today? I mean, career high in kills. What was your performance? How did you think your performance was overall?
I mean, obviously, I am happy with my performance and with my numbers, but obviously, like what Fish said, like the more weapons we have in the front row, the better season we're gonna have. So, just continuing to streak good in the next couple games coming up and being that offensive weapon that the team needs me to be on the left.
Dan, what's it been like this year? I mean, you guys are playing your typical tough non-conference schedule. To be transitioning from eras and having these tough matches at the beginning of the season as you're still kind of getting things in place where you want them to be.
Yeah, I think this is the toughest. We've always had good teams in our non-conference, but not this many. And I think we're struggling through some stuff right now, but we're going to be way better off for it by the end of the year.
Dan, you mentioned that on Thursday that Brooke was in the gym pretty quickly after the losses last week. 40 assists, 9 digs, handful of kills, a handful of blocks. What did you like about her performance today?
A setter's job, we judge a setter, by how many balls out of 100 that hitters have a chance to score on. And so what I like about her is, when she isn't playing well, she doesn't feel sorry for herself, she just goes to work. And I thought this game, our hitters had a lot more chances to score. It wasn't just her, our non-setter setting that had been a big focus. I just thought we were able to be more powerful more often tonight.
Bree, how do you feel like you guys adjusted throughout the match?
How do you think we I think that this team has ups and downs, and like we're really working on being steady and going after like put pressure on the other team constantly. And I think we just reiterated that every single set, and as the sets went on, I think that showed up a lot more. Just being just big on pressure. I think in past our culture has always been step on them, and we're trying to learn that with this team. So.
And then how hard is it for you at the beginning of the year when you're playing these tough matches and there are teams that maybe you can't step on because you know it's a newer team? What's it been like adjusting that mindset of saying, okay, this year things are going to be a little bit different?
I think we really just have been stressing, honestly, this thing called stress inoculation, where each moment matters. Like each of these moments is going to put us in a better place at the end of the year, and I think just working through every single one of these big moments is genuinely just going to push us to our goal, which is winning a national championship.
Blair, you share a position with two international freshmen who've been out there every single game. What are your impressions of them early and how they've adjusted to this game?
I mean, they both came into the gym making it better, and I think that was really fun for all of us. As soon as they came into the gym, they were ready to work. They bought into our culture right away. It's just been really fun to have new faces on the team and get to learn how to play with these different styles, and I think that it's going to be really fun seeing us gel over time.
Dan, how do you think Izzy and Emery did today at libero?
Well, Izzy did a really good job serving and defense, and she struggled a little bit in service-y. That's why we made the switch. And I thought, you know, when we made that switch, I think in that third set, Emery passed about, 6 perfect balls in a row, and that really helped. But Izzy, well, the cool thing is that Izzy stayed ready and came in and helped us, with her service game. But they both have been. It was good to see Emery do well because, truthfully, neither one has been playing as well in game as they have in practice. So it was nice to see Emery start to play like we've seen her do in practice.
Coach, have you considered using both of the liberos differently? One serving and one's on the floor when you guys are serving, and the other's whenever you're receiving.
I've considered it, but not. I think they're both can play defense and pass. So it's not like there's one that's way stronger in defense and one that's way stronger in pass. And I thought, we did the double libero with, with Mallory. I thought, her serve helped us, especially that third set. She came in and gave us a lift. But yeah, that we have a lot of good options up row. It's still up for grabs.
Bree, how do you think Abby did in her first ever collegiate start?
I think she did great. Like Fish said, she's been working all week, and it really paid off in the game today. She's been running it. She's almost been pushing me out of my spot when we're doing drills, and I'm like, not yet, girl. But she's doing really well, and I'm very proud of her. She works. She comes in and wants to get it every single day.
Blair and Bree, you got to do your first celebration with the band, and I know that's something that you guys love. What was it like to finally get that, first game to get that moment?
I mean, that moment is always just so much fun. The support that we have from the band is unreal. They're our biggest supporters. We hear them after every point, and so it's really fun to, after a win, get to celebrate with them because they definitely help bring the energy and bring the vibe. And it's one of my favorite traditions that we do after a game for sure. So it was fun to get to do it and share that with the new girls as well.
You said it best. I agree. We have some kinks we need to work out though, because I'm not supposed to be dancing.
Yeah, it'll get cleaner.
Yeah.
But got to figure out our moves a little bit.